welcome to another P38 episode. Yet again, it's gone wrong. So I've got an oil cooler pipe leak. This is my old oil cooler, I'll show you in a minute. I've got the old one out and I've ordered the new pipes. I'll show you the part numbers. Bearing in mind the oil coolers for the 4 and 4.6 are different, but you can fit a 4.6 to a 4 litre. They are bigger, I'll show you in a minute. And the pipes have changed up to the year 1999. Because this car's a 1999, it's on the cut over period, but it comes under the older pipes, and I'll show you those. Difference between the 4 and the 4.6 oil cooler is quite a lot. The top one is the 4 litre and the bottom one is the new 4.6 oil cooler. So this car obviously had the wrong one fitted, or it started life as a 4 litre and someone's put a 4.6 in. Anyway, I'm going to put a 4.6 in. You can put the 4.6 oil cooler in the 4 litre, it's not a problem. The fittings are the same. These are the new pipes that just arrived. They are Brit part ones. They came as a set. They were 50 quid, I think, albeit including delivery. The old one's hanging up there so it doesn't leak oil everywhere. You can see the oil cooler's smaller, but let me show you how it fits. So to get the oil cooler off, I've already got the new one on here. It's just sitting behind my new condenser there, so you don't have to remove anything under the bonnet if you don't want to. I've removed the old pipe. It's two 22mm nuts that go into the timing cover, one at the bottom, one at the side. It's a bit tight, but you can get to the bottom one on the side from underneath. You can unbolt these. I've replaced the bolts for these, but they're 13mm, and that just slides out. As I said in the last video, you won't be able to remove your old pipes from your cooler unless you're extremely lucky. They're always seized and you'll probably end up breaking your cooler. And if you're going to change the pipes, you might as well change the cooler. They are expensive. I mean, this cooler was about £130, Brit part again, but same day delivery on that. So I'm going to go and fit those. I'm going to run the pipe down and round into the valve cover side, and the same for this side, and I'll get them done up. Okay, I'm losing the light, pissing with rain, but hey ho. So when this goes in, there is an O-ring on these pipes, so just be careful you don't lose it. And also, if you're going to change the pipe but not the cooler, make sure the O-ring's not stuck in there. So you line them up, and then we're just going to take the thread up, and that's quite hard to do this with one hand, and the line. Okay, now that bit of rubber's out of the way, I can actually do it up. I'm only going to do it up loosely for now because I need a little bit of flexibility underneath. So we'll just do it about there. These are not tight. I need to check the torques of these, but don't overdo them because that is an aluminium thread. If we come underneath, you can see, apart from the oil dropping on my face, up there, there's an O-ring on this bottom pipe here. Just make sure it's nice and clean. It goes into the bottom of the valve, sorry, the timing cover at the bottom. Again, 22mm nut, and then the other one is just above the oil filter housing. I'm not sure you can see that, it's just behind that cable there, and that's where the other one goes. So unfortunately I can't do this and hold the camera at the same time, so I'm going to do these up and then I'll come back to you. Right, that's the new pipe fitted, just down here. Done the nuts up there, done the nuts up here, run that down. That one clips into the cowling at the bottom of the fan, as you can see. Good old Brit parts. The original nuts were 24. This side is still 24, but for some reason this side is 27. Not quite sure why. And then if we go under here, we've got, it's a bit oily still because it's still dripping, but we've got the new bolt here. It's done up 22mm, and then I did this one from underneath. It's a bit fiddly, but you can see it up there, and that's 22mm as well. It's just above the oil filter. You can remove the oil filter if you want, but my oil filter's not very old, so that's it. Alright, so come back in the dry, so it started raining, so I've started up, You need to make sure you leave it running for a while to get nice and warm, make sure there's no leaks, because obviously it's more likely to leak when it's hot than when the oil's thinner. So far so good. When you start it up, it is going to sound a bit tappety because obviously all the oil's drained out, so it'll take a little bit of real pressure, almost like doing an oil change. But other than that, keep an eye on it. I'm going to put the front back on. If you don't know how the front goes back on, there's only 4 bolts that hold the, I don't know what you call it, but the metal valance bit at the front, and then there's 4 screws across the top and 2 at the bottom for the grille, and then that's back together. Anyway, hope you like watching. That's how you change an oil cooler or upgrade from a 4 litre oil cooler to the 4.6. It's bigger, straight swap, but don't forget to change the lines. Hope you like the video. Thanks again for watching.